I think it's important to understand just because you like to be alone doesn't necessarily mean that you're not codependent. And I think it's important to understand that that would make you probably even more codependent because you don't really vibe with a lot of people or you don't really connect that much. So when you finally do connect, it feels like you can put your all into it. And a lot of the times when it comes to codependency, your all means losing your individuality. And so I think it's important to understand when it comes to connections, if you understand that you are codependent, that you still can be an individual in that relationship. You still can have an equal give and take with yourself. Because a lot of the times, when you are the type of person that loves to be alone, I think it's important to understand why you love to be alone. I think it's important to ask yourself, do you genuinely love being alone, or are you alone out of a trauma response of being hurt by so many people? And I think two things can be true at the same time as well, to where you do genuinely love to be alone, but you also like being alone because it's a trauma response. And I think it's important to heal that side of you that is the trauma response and forgive those people, because it can be holding you back from other genuine connections and also a genuine connection with yourself. But I think it's important to understand when it comes to codependency and understanding that you also love to be alone. A lot of the times, we put our all, when you have a codependent nature, you put your all in whatever you are doing or whatever you are connected to. So whether that be you being alone, you're putting your all into yourself. And when you connect to someone else, you're putting your all into that connection. But I think it's important to have a balance when it comes to a connection, because you can still put your all into that person, but still understand that you can put your all into yourself at the same time. You can have an equal balance of give and take when it comes to connecting with a person that you care about or that you understand, you want a deeper connection with. And so I think it's just important to understand that when it comes to connections, not to lose yourself in that connection, but continue to have an independence and a connection with yourself within another connection. And so I think it's just important to understand that when it comes to understanding that you do like to be alone, but you also, when you find those people that you genuinely connect to, you like to put your all into them. I think it's important to have a balance and have boundaries with yourself, to where you understand that, okay, I'm doing too much, or I feel like I'm chasing this person, or I feel like I'm putting in everything and I'm not giving myself anything in return. I think it's just important to have a balance and an equal give and take when it comes to yourself, and understanding you can have an independence in a connection as well, with as well as when you're alone.